Hello again. Today we're going to make the boutique bows. They can be made in any size depending on what size bow you prefer basically, and whether it suits that child in particular. I'm doing it in stages, so we'll do this bow first, then these at the side and then these at the bottom. They look complicated but they're really not, as long as you stick with the stages. So for this bow we are going to need your lighter, your cotton, a pre-covered clip, your hot glue gun, scissors, and your choice of ribbon colours. So mine is pink and white for today's. Now to get started, my centre bow, this one in the middle, is going to be pink. Now to make this bow, you just turn the ribbon so it's not quite a circle, it's sort of a slanted circle, and hold that piece in the middle with your thumb. You do the same again for the bottom loop, and then as you do this top one you need to tuck it in under that bit of ribbon there, and then hold that with your thumb like so. You also turn that there. Now I normally use the ribbon on the reel, that way there's no wastage and I can cut exactly where I need to without having any waste. But this is the last of this pink ribbon, so it gets that used. Tie the cotton around a couple of times just to hold that bow in place like so, and then any excess just cut off. There we go. And just literally fiddle about with that bow until you're happy. That bit won't be there, that'll get cut off, but until you're happy, just literally play around. Okay, pop that to one side. For the next piece we will need the smaller 1 centimetre ribbon, and like I said, I'm doing this in 2 colours, so this is the bit we're doing next, which goes around this part of your bow. I'm using 2 colours purely because I'm using white and pink in this one. So these need to be cut to 25 centimetres. That will go over this size bow perfectly, and that is basically what we're going to be making. So I've done one already. So fold your ribbon in half, that finds the centre point perfectly. There we go. And then where that centre is, just pop a dot of glue above that line and then loop the ribbon over. You need to do that again, just so they match. There we go. Take away any bits of dried glue. There we go. There's one. And then do the same for the white. Fold that. Push tightly with your thumb and finger at the bottom just so you can get that line of where the centre is. Dot of glue above that line. Loop your ribbon. There we go. And the same on the other side. Make sure the loops are finishing on the same side, like so. Now because my bow is pink, I'm having the white go around it first. So I'm going to pop a bit of glue along the bottom of that ribbon and pop the white on top, just making sure that that gap is central on both, because we need ribbon to go through there. There we go. Perfect. Now depending on what looks better, you can do it top to bottom or side to side. I do think mine looks better top to bottom. So just glue the bottom of the white ribbon there, and then pop your bow in and stick. Not forgetting to keep that line clear just for ribbon later on. Do the same on the other other piece, and then find where it looks better. There we go. That is stage 1, the bow. Stage 2, they're done. So that is the centre bit of your bow. They always look different. Obviously using thicker ribbon, it looks different. But once it's done, you just play around till you're happy. Okay, the next section. You're going to get the white ribbon. Obviously I'm using 2 colours, you can just use one, and the pink ribbon. Now to get your measurement, because all the bows are different sizes, to see what would look better underneath, so we're doing this section here. Just place your bow there, and I think once that's cut into a corner there and there, that would be perfect. So go down to your thing, and that works out about 13 centimetres, which it normally does turn out to be. So cut 13 centimetres. And then do that again. I tend to just layer them on top of each other so they are the same length, and then cut. So another white one, so that makes 3 white. Like so. And then need a couple pink ones. Same size. Like so. Trim that there. Perfect. Right. I'm going to gather all my white ones on top of each other purely because they're the same thickness. The pink is slightly thinner. I'm going to fold that over so it's corner to corner, and then cut into the ribbon. So that leaves me with a lovely edge. I'm going to do the same at the other end. So remember, fold it in corner to corner, so that's the open end. Hold them and cut into the length of the ribbon. Like so. There we go. And do the same for the pink. It's just easier to cut now before you've secured it all in, as you'll see in a moment. Cut into the ribbon, and again on the other side. This bow does take a little bit longer than the others I've showed you, but the results are great. So, 1 white, and then tip to tip, pink. Now if you're using patterned ribbon, make sure the pattern is facing down, because this is the underneath of the bow. So if this side was patterned, it'd go downwards. Tip to tip, and then again with the white, tip to tip, tip to tip. So all in all, 5 lengths. Pop your finger in the middle and then lift. Now just like when you fold the inside of a bow, you're going to do the same to push in and then push out, like so. And then hold that in place, get some cotton and just wrap it around a couple of times to secure it, and then tie a knot under the underneath. Don't worry if bits are sticking up at the moment. You're literally just securing it so you can have your hands free to manoeuvre the bits of ribbon where you want them. There we go. And then push them out. Lovely. And like I said, if you had patterned ribbon, they'd now be facing up because your bow is going to sit on that there. Okay? Now just with the lighter, run it through those little V's that you've made in the ribbon, just to seal them. Stop any frays, just finishes the edges off nicely. Just going to take a couple of seconds to do this. If you find that these stick out too far over the bow, go back and trim them, reseal them, keep them in this shape to do that, no problem. Perfect. There we go. And that bow is just going to sit perfectly there. I just use a bit of glue to do this. That's just one way of securing it quickly, and you've got time to move that about, but that looks pretty good there, like so. Now you can always pop another straight bit underneath, which I've done here, as you can see there. Just makes it pop out the top and the bottom a little bit. So I'm going to get my white ribbon for that, I think. Now these will be different sizes because you want it to, or I prefer them to pop out a little bit further. So I'm going to cut mine about there, which turns out to be about 12 centimetres. Don't forget they've shortened down because you've pushed them in, squeezed them in and then tied them with cotton, so they are quite shorter, a bit shorter than what you would have measured them at. Once again, because this is the same thickness, cut into the ribbon for that V, into that ribbon for that V. Now you don't need any cotton for this bit, just seal those edges quickly. There we go, and the other side, like so. Let's get rid of those off the board. Now, just show you what that would look like. There we go. Just finish it off nicely instead of like that. Just place the glue on the white ones, not right at the top, just sort of halfway up in a straight line. Same on the other side. There we go. And then there's no pattern on these, so I don't need to worry about which way it's facing. There we go. And the same on the other side. I'm hoping I'm not making this look difficult because it really isn't. There we go. Perfect. Now the pink thin ribbon that you use for around these edges, if you get that back because you're going to run that down the middle, you can use white if you prefer. Just going to seal that edge. Like I say, I keep mine in the length I've got because I don't like wastage. So pop a bit of glue along that cotton in the middle. Make sure you've got overhang on one side and then push that down. Now you're pushing that right through till it pops out the back, like so. And then whilst that's doing that, you can just manoeuvre that bow, sit how you like. There we go. Turn that over. Now I can cut that long length off and save that for another time. Seal that edge, a little bit of waste there, and seal that edge. Now the pre-covered clip, you don't need to cover these like I've said previously, I just think it finishes it off, but it's not necessary. A bit of glue down the back straight, like so, and then pop that clip face down there. Okay, just give that a couple of seconds to dry. Pop a bit of glue on there, and like I've said in all videos, the clip will hold that in. So open that clip, push that in, and let that glue. Turn it around and do again on the other side. It's just another way of securing it. And then lift that up, push that in. And that will hold that while it dries as well. Any bits of glue, just pop them out your way. But that is your boutique bow finished. Nice and easy. As long as you do it in stages, you can't go wrong. So you have that finished example, which is similar to that one, just different shades. Or you can put an embellishment in the middle, which I've done with this one, a nice star. So leave it like this, pop something in for a different look. Thank you for watching.